What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out XLM. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. Boy, oh boy, this has turned into something, right? I mean, we were expecting a bloody Monday, kind of something to come down after last week's little retracement. All right, got to get a retracement. Finish up a correction or finish up your 1-2s for alts, right? If realistically it's saying this 21.6 needs to hold, or we're in a different kind of structure. I'll zoom into the 4-hour and check out and show you the bars pattern that I think that been kind of banging on about that we could possibly be in, based on the cross on the 100 over the down below the 200. But overall, I mean, everything has gotten hammered. Bitcoin has gotten hammered. It is down 6%. It's down to 84. I'll kind of I'll touch on Bitcoin after the Ethereum video. Pardon me. So if you're looking for that, that's where you can find it. And then stablecoin dominance, right? Stablecoin dominance is something that it's actually really good right now. Really, really, really good. We need stablecoin dominance to close above 9.13. And then form bearish divergence. It's done that on every single run for altcoins. But overall, right, this thing we've come back down. We've come back down. It's over and over again, right? Over and over again. Back down below the moving average. Red dot on the Fu Manchu. So it doesn't look too great. Honestly, it doesn't look too great. We came down, what is the low? 226. We have 225 as that low that we used as a springboard last time. I don't see a lot of liquidity down through. I just don't like psychologically, at least on altcoins, possibly on Bitcoin. I mean, there's 500 million got liquidated, or it's a crazy number, right? I don't see on this channel. I don't advocate for leverage. I don't use leverage on my investments. I hold spot. On trades, I go through and pick out trades, right? In terms of XLM, this is one of my long-term investments. I'll just keep buying. I'll buy and hold, right? This thing, I just really believe XLM is going to shock a lot of people, and especially just if you zoom out and see like what XLM is actually doing. If you actually zoom out on what XLM is doing, I mean, this thing just looks beautiful. It really does. It really does. You have a beautiful structure. You have your 1-2. You have your 3. Okay. You have a corrective, nice A wave down to the beginning of your 4th. Right. You have a B wave. Okay. Coming up through here. Sorry, just my mouse is killing down through there. And now you have an oscillating C wave. Right. You're just oscillating down, slowly going down, killing people's confidence, killing people day by day, right? Not literally, but metaphorically speaking, right? People are losing their minds, right? People are absolutely losing their minds right now because, their time frame hasn't hit, right? Time frame hasn't hit, and I'm a big proponent on this channel for, general time frames. Right, this December to February, we should see some kind of movement to the upside. But right now, it looks like we're trying to finish up a correction. Right now, it really does look like we're finishing up a correction. Looks like something down through here, like how you just went straight vertical. It's almost like this. It's almost like this, right? Like almost vertical down. Right, not a lot of movement to the upside. I mean, this is on the weekly chart. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it's you want to count that as a green week. I'll count that as a neutral week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bad weeks, red weeks if you're listening and not watching. 5 red weeks, 1 neutral week. So 6 weeks of just total obliteration. And if you even want to take a step further during this C wave, right, that we're going through, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 9. All right, 7 out of 9 are to the downside. I do want to check out that. I do want to remind you guys that we still have We still have bullish divergence, right? As long as we stay above, that's why this 22.5 is so important, right? This 22.5, because this is where we're forming our bullish divergence. Our bullish divergence. Gosh, excuse me. All right, so we've closed up through here. We closed at, get out of my way. Closed at 22.8, right? 22.8, right there. Okay, 22.8. All right, we're making a lower low on the RSI, almost to this nice little red area where, you know, we've seen bounces before. Right, get right down below it, and then you see some kind of movement, but a lower low. Okay, we have a higher low. Okay, that's happening all over crypto. All over crypto. It's not just XLM, but it's everywhere. Right? So price is, you know, it's losing value, but it's losing value, but it's losing. There's a lot more momentum to the downside, and price is still holding value. I said that backwards. You know, I got questions. Is XLM going to return to 52 cents? I believe so. I truly believe so. I think 52 cents is probably the, you know, scariest area to, it's the scariest area that we can get to, right? It really is. It's the scariest area because that's the, you know, rejection zone. That's where that's a dangerous area, right? That is, honestly, this is when you come up through here on your retracement, that is more dangerous, I believe, than where you're at right now. Because you're at the bottom end, right? You're at the bottom end of this entire zone. Okay, bottom end of it. You're looking for a bounce. When you get to the bottom of a zone or top of a zone, it just becomes a little bit sketchy. Especially it took so long to get down here. Right? It took so long to get down here. You got down here methodically, you know, slowly. So you've built up a lot of resistance through here. A lot of resistance through there. So, you know, if I'm being honest, I don't really want a straight shot. I kind of want like a 1-2, something like that. Right, come up through here, get a higher high, close above like 35 cents, get a higher low, and then use this. So it's just less, right? Because that's going to take a lot of sale out of your ship. Okay. I do have targets way higher. I know it's crazy to think right now, but I do. I have targets way higher. Don't get me wrong, right? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but at 52 cents, I'll probably take some off the table depending on what indicators are showing, the strength of the asset is showing. If we have our ABC of our third wave, if that's already hit that. And I'll go through that on the profit taking labs on Fridays. Once we start going on bull, I'll include one of my assets that I'm doing and how I'm going to potentially trade that, right? And by the way, the Discord is now live, right? Discord is free, right? So free members, go ahead, click the link down below. If you're interested in Patreon to become a premium member, you get to vote on assets Tuesday through Thursday. You get the private Discord channels. You get the Friday premium videos, okay? And then last but not least, you get to, you know, advocate for, you know, things in the member chat. So, you know, we're going back and forth a lot of the times, and it's great. So if you're interested in that, links down in the description. So in terms of the 4 hour, this is what I want to get to. I can do I want to delete this? I just got to zoom out. Let me zoom out. Okay, so you bounced right off the 786. Okay, we drew this last week. Okay, so grade, right? This is, if you're really looking for a 1-2, you can't get below your 786. So gotta close above 226. What are we doing right now? Closing above a 226. Pardon me, and I'm sorry, it's not the fib level 226. It is the Fibonacci retracement level of a 226. I'm going to adjust this slightly. I'm going to put this up through here. Boom. That's it. That's the only change I'm making right now. Now you got 26.2, that's a big area, and then that 28. I could see if that 28.3 is still an area. I'm more than likely thinking somewhere up through here, or up through here, right there, like 31, something like that. But in terms of this, if if this is 5 waves up, right? If you have like your 1, 2, you have your A, B, C. Sorry, A, B, C. Yeah, there's just no 5th wave unless you have like you have a 1, 2, your 3rd wave. I don't like it, but I mean, yeah, A, B, C for your 3rd wave. You come down in your 4th. You have some kind of flat, and then you come up in a 5th. I don't know about that though. I don't know about that. I don't know. Doesn't look too good. It really doesn't. So if I'm just gonna delete this real quick, then I'll bring it back. Let's see here. What say you? 1618 got right up to the 1618. This got up to the, I mean, still, if this is, I mean, realistically, you could have like a 1, 2. Did this close down below? It did. It did. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Did it close down below? It did. Okay, so this can't be a 4th wave. So this has to be a completed 1st wave, which I don't know if it is. I really don't know. It doesn't look that great. But on the other hand, this is kind of what, we've been thinking for a while. Okay? We've been thinking this for a while. This is a setup this is the July setup. This is a setup that got everything going. Okay? You did have you had like your, it's not a very good 5-wave move, but you had a little move, right? You had a move off the low. It marked the low down through. You had 5 waves. And then you corrected in like a 3-wave move. All right, then you corrected in a 3-wave move. Are we correcting in a 3-wave move? Something like that, right? Is this the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now you're correcting? Okay, making a high or low. Making a high or low. All right. That would be the ideal situation, right? That would be the ideal situation. The thing is, Bitcoin is kind of behind on altcoins in terms of its correction, because Bitcoin ran up a lot more. Bitcoin, had a larger growth, relatively speaking, right? I know percentage-wise it was the same, but just in terms of sheer volume and money and cash flow into Bitcoin, it just takes longer to correct. There's just so much more money in Bitcoin. There's so many more shorts and longs, and right, altcoins have kind of been getting beat down. Right, altcoins are, and when I cover Ethereum, you'll kind of see that. Right, the Ethereum video is going to be great. So if you're interested in that, and even if you don't own Ethereum, right, Ethereum is a big proponent of what altcoins will do. Okay, what everything will do besides Bitcoin, and we care about Bitcoin. We want Bitcoin to, find a low, but we just want Bitcoin to retrace. We don't need Bitcoin to make new all-time highs. We can I'll go over Bitcoin. Okay, so I digress. So what you're looking for now is a higher low. That's really what you're looking for. You're looking for a higher low. Okay, and then you're looking for almost like a 1, 2 setup. Right, so you have a 1, 2. You have your 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. You did come right up to this, 26.3 level we were talking about, almost for like your inverse head and shoulders. It really didn't play out, right? It really didn't play out. It really didn't. This is way down here, so that's not the level was correct. The idea was wrong. Right, the level was correct. The overall idea of it was wrong, and I'll admit that every day. But 263 was hit. This 225 I've had for a while has been pretty solid. So we're looking for, a higher low. You got all of this bullish divergence all through here. You got a green dot. You haven't been this oversold in a very long time. Very long time. Even, where's October 10th? Even more than October 10th. or just about the same as October 10th. Right? All of these had pumps. All of these had moves to the upside. So, you know, I'm expecting a move to the upside. I know it's contrary. I know it is, but you know, rate cuts. We're gonna find out about those on December 10th. QT officially ended today, right? And if you get bad price action on good news, that's actually kind of good, right? That's actually kind of good because you want something to be driving the markets. You don't want to just like a random event like October 10th, because then it's pure manipulation. Then it's, you know, a coordinated attack or whatever, fill in the blank. All right, so we got QT ending. It has come to an end today. You have precious metals going crazy, right? My silver, which I liken to XLM of the crypto world or the real world, right? It's going crazy. It's been great. Most things are down today, right? Most things are down today. Majority of things are down. I mean, you got some green in through here, but most things are down, right? And these are solid quality assets, and most of them are down. Just a red Monday, openly bearish. I mean, look at some of these. Some of these are just getting annihilated today. Annihilated. Bearish open. I didn't think it would be this brutal. I thought it was definitely going to come down, but not in the fashion that it did like this, right? In terms of let's check out. I do want to check out. Where's it? The 2-week. The 2-week RSI on the Fu Manchu. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So the 2-week Fu Manchu, we're down at the -31 level. We're down further than June. Before the setup on the big, you know, third wave, you got very low. So overall, you could see some lower lows on just the Fu Manchu, and it'll continue to drop as long as, you know, XLM is dropping. And you know, so with that being said, right, this overall everything right now, you know, you're coming down to this line on this RSI, this 36 level. You know, when you got just below it a couple times, just below it. Before this move, you got below it for sure. Decisive movement below. So would it shock me if, you know, this week was red? No, but at the same time, like we talked about, to keep that bullish hidden divergence in play, this really needs to close above this 22.8. This week needs to close above 22.8. So in terms of XLM, that's what I got. Price targets, you know, the resistance levels, I'm going to go through and, you know, double check everything. I kind of want to see how this plays out, because if this breaks the low, then all of these are going to move to the downside, right? Because as your price goes lower, your next target resistance goes lower as well. But in terms of just overall price targets, right, this 52 cent, that's the biggest one, and then, you know, all the way up to $1.10. That's kind of what I got for XLM. I don't see XLM going, you know, much more than this. You know, this 91 cent mark is going to be huge. That's all-time highs. So if you like today's video, you know, I appreciate it. If you could give it a like, if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. It'd help out the channel a ton. If you're interested in the Discord, the link will be in the description below. As always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. Peace.